Friends, sometimes people ask me about which is the best bike or motorcycle for a Leh Ladakh road trip. Or sometimes they may already have a motorcycle and want to know if that motorcycle is the best or good motorcycle for a road trip to Ladakh or not. Today in this Express FAQ series on traveling to Ladakh, I am going to talk about this volatile topic on the best bike for Ladakh bike ride trip. So let's get started. Jule friends, if you are new to my channel, my name is Dheeraj and I help you plan better trips to the Himalayas. Well, some of you may not agree with me, but in my honest opinion, there is nothing as such called the best bike or the best motorcycle for a Leh Ladakh trip. A lot of factors depend upon calling any bike or motorcycle the best one for one trip or the other trip. What is best for me may not end up best for you, and this is very important to understand. Every rider has its own set of preferences, and forcing one make, model or style onto him or her, it is not something I vouch on. So I'm not going to call out any single bike name in this video. Rather, I'll provide you some very important pointers that will help you decide which bike or motorcycle is the best fit for you based on your own preferences. So let us look at these factors one by one. Number 1. Well, for me, at any day, the best bike for Ladakh trip or any Himalayan trip is the one with which you are comfortable in controlling as well as riding. If you cannot control a bike or you are not comfortable with the riding position, then that is not the best bike for you. One benefit that comes straight to my mind is that sitting comfort as well as posture is much better in cruiser motorcycles than sports motorcycles. Keep in mind that on almost every day you will be doing long duration rides on such Himalayan trips to places like Ladakh, Spiti Valley, Pangi Valley or Zanskar Valley. So if you are not used to a particular bike posture, then you are subject to suffer a lot from fatigue as well as other issues. All this will not help you enjoy the ride up there. Also, keep in mind that the road conditions within Ladakh on Srinagar Leh Highway or Manali Leh Highway are not always in a great shape. You may end up facing slush, landslides or water crossings on these roads. So, you must have full control of the bike all the time while riding in such challenging road conditions. If the bike is too heavy for you to control or you are uncomfortable riding it, then well, you are bound to fall sometimes over there. And believe me when I say it is not a good place to fall or get injured, as the help may not be present in distance. Hence, control as well as comfort of the bike should be your topmost criteria when picking up a motorcycle for any Himalayan road trip. Secondly, I am sure that you will agree with me when I say that the riding skills of the rider play a very vital role in making any successful trip to the Trans-Himalayas. So, a lot also depends upon the rider as well as his grit to venture out on such adventure trip. So, it is always best to have some riding experience in the hills with your bike before venturing out to the places like Ladakh or Spiti Valley. You will feel much more confident, especially when curving on the turns or gliding through the slush stretches. Number 3. Now discussing about the horsepower of the bike. Every year a lot of people travel to Ladakh on different types of bikes. They range from 100cc bikes to Scooty to scooter to Royal Enfields to the Ninjas to the Triumphs or to the BMWs, sharing a range of horsepower among them. So based on many real life examples of such rides, high horsepower of the motorcycle is not a mandatory thing, but it is always preferable for a smoother and a hassle-free ride on such challenging roads of Ladakh or Spiti Valley. On the other hand, a low-power motorcycle does struggle a bit in terms of speed and ascending any high-gradient road, but it is lighter in weight, which has its own advantages. In one of the videos of this series, I have already talked in detail about riding to Ladakh on a 100cc bike or a scooty or a scooter. So, if you have not checked that video yet and you plan to ride on a 100cc or 150cc bike or even a scooty or a scooter, I will highly recommend that you check that video once. Finally, as you know that a trip to Ladakh or Spiti Valley will be quite a long trip in most cases, you should prefer a motorcycle that can give you support for carrying luggage or spare fuel. And this is where cruiser motorcycles like Royal Enfields with Ladakh carriers on them wins over all other bikes. So friends, these are some of the things in my opinion that you should consider before calling any motorcycle the best motorcycle for a Leh Ladakh road trip for yourself. And please do not go copying others who may be used to riding their own style of bikes up there. If you are in doubt about power of your bike, like I said, refer my video on riding to Ladakh on 100cc bike or a scooty. In my next video, I'll share some of the important tips and tricks for tackling the water crossings on your motorcycle when traveling to places like Ladakh, Spiti Valley, Zanskar Valley, Pangi Valley, or other parts of the Trans-Himalayas. So stay tuned my friends, and I'll see you in my next video. Now in the end, if you found this video helpful, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you need any help or have any questions on your upcoming trip to the Himalayas, please feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll be more than happy to help you out right away. Till then my friends, Jule, and please keep those Himalayas clean.